Coming to you live from the UCOMM Media Studios. It's UCOMM Live with Chris LaGrange. Talk news that works from the people who go to work. The fastest growing podcast on, in, and around the internet. News, progress, and workplace politics. Now here's your host, Chris LaGrange.
So, are union leaders getting younger? God only knows. On Labor Day 2019, the UCOMM home offices in New York get to face, was the larceny criminal or political? Plus, Trump attacks working people again on Labor Day. We pay homage to a letter carrier killed in Texas. And in sports, the Mets, hot or not? The Packers got the Bears tonight to open the 2019 season. And Antonio Brown gets his stupid ass suspended. All right, UCOMM Live with me. Chris LaGrange, news, talk, sports, and workforce politics. The fastest growing podcast on, in, and around the internet, the worldwide wow. With me today is the very beautiful Cordelia Anthony. How are you, sweetie? Get in that mic. Let me hear you.
I'm great. How are you?
Bob's here.
Hi, Bob. Bob.
Bob made it in, and of course, know-it-all frickin' Brian. Skippy Dippy Ding Dong Ding-a-ling-a-do. Had a death in the family, so we give him condolences, and he's out going to do what you have to do when people die. So listen, getting right to it. The studio's got a different bit of a makeup right now. I don't like it.
No one likes it.
Behind me is James. So I have to look at James for cues like, yeah, your mic's on. Yeah, we got the audio. Now it's a big freaking guess. This is why it's not going to work.
You just have to feel it.
I have to feel what's in you.
Like you're in a jam band or something.
Or like we're Jedis and the Metachlorians, like we're symbiotic with each other. Jesus Christ, it's just not going to work.
You can just ask me what he's doing right now.
Yeah, so listen, you point to Bob, and Bob will point to me when it's okay for me to do something. Jesus,
there you go.
This is not going to work. First story of the show is, you got the mic on me? You see this headline?
Wow.
There's a woman who I know.
Really?
Who made a cover.
He's cute.
Of, yeah, he is. Miles. This guy right here. He's a young leader with the Laborers Union, who I know them very well. I don't know that cat, but I do know this woman right here. Cordelia Anthony. How did this happen?
Well, someone I know.
Who? Someone very handsome?
I guess. Someone I know gave my name to
the newspaper.
Newspaper guys there, and then I got a phone call.
Yep.
And I continued that process, yeah.
So the whole point of the story, right, was union leaders are getting younger. I think that's what they were trying to say in this Newsday report.
I almost didn't make the cut. I'm the old side of young.
In labor years, if you're 50, you're considered young, you know, because labor leaders take a look. If you look at 70-year-old guys who run building trade unions, there's nothing wrong.
There is none. Is there?
Yeah, there's a bunch. They just won't retire because they hate their wives or something. I don't know. But with like a fine wine, age, you get better with it, right? You get better with age. So I don't think that we should just be getting rid of somebody because they're old as shit. I feel like maybe a labor leader should know when to hang up and move on and give someone else the reins. But some of them just don't. They're clueless to that, or they don't have anyone behind them.
That's it. Because
their second in command became a manager, or she moved on to another job. It happens in education.
Absolutely.
And it sure to hell happens in the building trades. But I do believe that because I've been working with union leaders for my whole life, we are getting younger. I mean, Cordelia, you're a client. You're however old you are.
The article's shared.
Yeah, let's look.
Yes, I'm in there.
Let's look.
I'm in there.
Let's look.
They asked me.
Age 42.
That's it.
I'm 42 as well.
77.
42.
Man, I wish I was 42.
Bob, how old? You're like what? You're in your very late 40s.
Yeah. You're very kind.
I know I am. I know I am.
Bob?
But what I'm not going to read it. And Brian, can you tell us the facts before we get into it? And I'm hearing an echo.
So Long Island has 250,000 union members, and much of that growth has come from members who are under the age of 40. And of people who are under the age of 40, about 70% of them support unions. So Newsday decided to profile 4 of these people. And they're in a range of different positions within their union. So they profiled a nurse who's a delegate for Local 1199 of SEIU, Miles March, who's a union organizer for Local 66, Yavave Infante, who's a steward for Local 1500 of the UFCW, and Cordelia.
Why does Brian sound like this today?
Because I have a little bit of allergies.
I have a cold. And this
It's
is
allergies.
This is the facts.
I didn't notice anything.
What are you talking about?
Jesus Christ. What is going on? We're having technical difficulties because our property was defaced. But what did they ask you? What did the newspaper reporter ask you, Cordelia Anthony, a teacher, union leader?
So basically, what are the challenges of being a union leader at my age? You know, what the age ranges are of the union members. What is something I've experienced while being a leader that was a struggle or an accomplishment? Talked about basically things that I do daily, how much of my time is split between working in the school and then doing union work.
Yeah, you if I remember correctly, I don't think you meant for it to come out this way, but let's let Bob chime in here. Basically, you said you teach more than other union presidents.
That's not what I said, but if that's
Yeah,
what it sounded
that's what
like
it
now.
said.
Oh,
So,
could be possible.
That's not
so
what I
did you see it, Bob?
No.
Is this you?
No.
Where were you this Labor Day weekend?
It popped up as on my phone as like one of the notifications, and then it went away, and I couldn't find it again.
You look at too much. You know what? Anyway,
I think the majority of like the teacher union presidents though do still teach.
unlike the presidents of
I
some.
still teach.
Unlike the presidents of some teachers' union locals who only handle labor issues, she remains a classroom teacher. That's
the
just not
majority
true.
are.
Every single union president that I know has a class.
Yeah, I think the
Yeah,
majority.
there's
Or
not many
two, or
that have
three.
full-time release.
Yeah, full
Yeah.
release is full release is unusual.
So
There's
what?
a few, though.
Like what? Philadelphia Federation of Teachers probably have full release, right?
Yes,
United Federation of Teachers in New York City.
absolutely.
What about Syracuse?
The larger cities, more than likely. The large
I can't imagine that they would force them to-
Buffalo, Syracuse. I would say those people.
What about Plain Edge Federation of Teachers?
No,
No, it's tiny.
I don't think he has.
he
full
doesn't have
release.
full release. But
Perry, you're
he's
tiny.
He's a science teacher like me, so I know for sure he's teaching. But there's probably, since
Oh.
I've been teaching, I've probably met 3 or 4 Long Island presidents that have full release.
Yeah, that's probably about
Yeah.
it.
Honestly,
Well, anyway, these other folks, Miles is an organizer. Do we know him? How do we not?
He looks familiar, but
Yeah.
I don't think I've had a conversation with him.
He looks familiar.
It's going to be one of those shows, folks. It's very little prep time. And the hottie from the 1199, Cutie Pie, she does something, and the guy with a hairnet.
She's a nurse.
She's a nurse, and the guy with a
Don't
hairnet.
call the leader of a union cutie pie.
She's not
I
the
mean,
leader
what
yet.
What are you talking about?
I'm sorry, I spilled Red Bull on my jump box.
Uh-oh.
No, she's not the Samantha.
I think she's a delegate.
She's a delegate.
All
Is
right.
a delegate. She will be a president
leader.
someday. Well,
Yeah, she's a
she will
leader.
not like me. She will have words with me. And Yave Infante.
Bless you.
Lindy Infante, Coach of the Year, 1991. Go Pack, go.
Give it up already.
No, big game tonight. Well, that's the last segment, okay? UFCW 1500 shop steward. Got a long way to go before he's the big guy.
I know.
Because they got that local union, the United Food and Commercial Workers here locally, has some young leadership. So yeah, that's an excellent story. Other, guys, do you know anyone who's young and other internationals? You taking Cornell classes? People who are under 40 who are learning?
Yeah. I know some people. They're even if they're not president, I met some people at the Cornell Leadership Institute who are unit or shop leaders, and they're like under 40.
Yeah.
So absolutely.
Yeah. You know what I admire about unions that invest in their membership to groom them for leadership is that, first of all, it's the right thing to do. It's selfless. And also that just their energy, just it's contagious. And if you have someone who's doesn't have energy and who is methodic and set in their ways, the entire union will be methodic and set in their ways. And then eventually bad things happen, like Janice versus AFSCME, and all these, and so versus California teachers. Young leadership breeds energy and it is infectious. And I think that's great.
You just need experience as well.
Yeah.
The longer you're involved in a leadership role, the more experience you have, and the better you're going to be when it comes time for you to be in the leader role.
Yeah. And when you're in any words of advice to all you young leaders out there, you're grooming yourself. You're going to be a shop steward. You're working to become a BA. You're running for election on executive board. Respect the old timers who are in charge. When you have time to go out with them for lunch or a beer, listen to what they have to say. And even if they're wrong in the ways of doing it now, they weren't wrong in the ways of the way they used to do things. And, simple things like organizing a rally. Flyering outside of a garage used to be the only way to do it. Now it's texting and calling and just being in people's faces. It's being cognitive and understanding that young parents just sometimes can't because they don't have health care. So maybe not ask Cindy, who has 2 newborns at home, if they're twins. That didn't make any sense. But, maybe ask someone else, and be understanding that Cindy just can't make it, always provide daycare.
Got to keep being relatable at some point, especially if you're dealing with people in mid-50s and 60s down all the way to 22 fresh out of college, depending on what you're dealing with in your profession. So.
I mean, I don't want to put you on the spot, but I'm freaking gonna. Do you find that older members are more receptive to your leadership or younger, or do you not see a difference?
So far, I haven't seen a difference. I haven't had like a challenge, a challenge yet. There'll be people who'll be like, well, the last president did this. The president 2 or 3 presidents ago would have done it this way because they've been there that long.
Yeah.
But not yet have I had a person challenge me because of my youth.
I dare them. I'll fight them.
Bob will come and get me. He's close by.
I will come to the school grounds and find out where security guard isn't and find that person. Just kidding.
He's kidding.
I am totally kidding. I do not believe in sipping my Red Bull. What about bosses? You bargain with your superintendent and the administrators and their old ass lawyers. They look at you, young black woman. They're like, we're gonna, and then they don't.
That would be a mistake.
Yeah. So they can't.
But you know what Bob said about training. So the last president, when I was vice president, she brought me in as co-negotiator.
Okay.
So it gave me an opportunity before now. So they know my face. Now that I'm president, it makes it easier to be like, oh yeah, we dealt with her on the last round.
Yeah.
So you have to definitely give younger people an opportunity to, get in the big room with the big bosses.
Yeah. Now, as a result of this article, which it was digital.
Yes.
UCOMM blog, we recycled it just today. We haven't put anything really behind it yet. And it made print on Sunday's edition. You got a call from someone very, very, very important.
Randy. Yeah, so...
Who's this important person who called you?
So, the president of the American Federation of Teachers is reaching out and has asked to come to my school tomorrow to visit.
Awesome.
So, we will be seeing her, tomorrow morning, coming by Farmingdale High School.
Did you warn the kids?
I warned the kids.
There's a lot of energy coming.
It's the second day of classes.
Yeah.
I'm like, there will be a carnival in here tomorrow.
There's a lot of energy. Yeah. There's going to be a circus. She's going to be traveling with an entourage.
How does administration take this?
Honestly,
they don't know.
No, listen. that would have been the worst. First thing I did was reach out to my principal. He reached out to the superintendent. The superintendent was like, we welcome her.
Yeah.
This is not
They should all line up and do a picture. And shake her hand, and they should put it in the district newsletter.
They're sending over the district PR person to take their own pictures. Randy's coming with her picture.
Are you making us go? You don't need us there, right?
If you want to come, it's
I got an 9
a.m.
I got an 8:30 tomorrow, an important meeting.
Text me, But yeah, if not,
and Brian has to be there, and Skippy's in a family thing. So
no sweat.
So
I'll
we
send,
can't
I'll
be
send
there.
you some pictures.
This is like a UCOMM staff meeting. You're welcome to
Absolutely.
it.
I'll send you some pics, though.
Yeah,
for sure,
please
for the
do,
website.
because I'll get it out in social media and all that good stuff immediately.
PR
Send it in
guys
real time.
usually will send you.
Bob, you should go. You got class in the morning?
I teach in
All
the
right.
I
morning.
know,
Jesus.
yeah.
Anyway,
Imagine.
people are like, "What the fuck is this show about?" I know.
I was wondering that on my way here
I
today.
know. I know. We're all over the place.
It's upon
Green Bay? What
young
are we
union leaders.
talking
Young
about?
union leaders.
But you like the Jets, right? So you're not
No,
even.
I'm a Giant guy.
I'll tell you, we're gonna go to the game together,
Oh.
December 1st, right?
Oh, yeah?
The green and gold is coming to town to New Jersey to play your New Jersey Giants, and it's going to be a shit show.
I don't think I've been to a football game since I was like 7 years old.
Well, you're now.
It was the Giants-Jets at Shea Stadium.
Wow. Damn. You and Casey Stengel, they sat next to each other.
Mhm.
They shared a hot dog with Babe Ruth.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ.
Have
Shea
mercy.
Stadium. Yeah. So anyway, let's do a break now. I'm ready to do a break. So congratulations, Cordelia Anthony.
Thank
You're
you very
young.
much.
You run your local union. The face of labor is getting younger. Hey, if you got a comment about what we're saying, 631-969-9599 is our phone number. 646-408-4636. You can text us. Interact with Brian on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and all our goddamn social media. We'll be right back. UCOMM Live with me, Chris LaGrange. News, talk, sports, and workforce politics. The fastest growing podcast on, in, and around the internet.
Promotional considerations for UCOMM Live with Chris LaGrange are provided by the following.
What's in a union label? Pride, expertise, the highest level of standards, and understanding that you're never off the clock. Charged with standing up for others, to fight for fairness, opportunity, equal pay, an obligation to help everyone succeed, a commitment to protecting what makes America possible. What's in a union label? Everything that matters most.
Did you read that story on UCOMM Blog? UCOMM Blog is America's fastest growing daily news service, delivering news on progress, sports, entertainment, current events, and workplace politics. Our team of writers and trusted sources weed out the bullshit and get you the stories that you need. With a weekly email and a daily workweek text, you can't find content like ours anywhere else. Designed for the busy activists on the go, that's UCOMMblog.com. UCOMMblog.com.
Ever wonder what you can send through the mail? Turns out, a lot. We not only have the largest postal service in the world with the lowest rates, no tax dollars are used to support it. The post office will take almost anything but your tax dollars. But some in the government want to sell off the post office to private corporations. That'd be the end of delivering almost anything, anywhere, at a cost you can afford. The U.S. Postal Service. Keep it. It's yours.
This is Ed Flash Farron's 44-year member of SAG-AFTRA and host of America's Workforce Radio and Podcast. Listen to us anytime, any day at awfradio.com. It's 1 hour of worker power where you can find out what's going on with the steelworkers, the UAW, the communication workers, teachers, the building trades, and much, much more. Listen to the people trying to make a better life for us all. It's all about labor on the move, and we are Union Strong, America's Workforce Radio. Check us out at awfradio.com.
Okay, we're back. UCOMM Live with Chris LaGrange. News, talk, sports, and workforce politics. The fastest growing podcast on, in, and around the internet. Because I can't see my engineer / technical producer, I have to now rely on science and religion and just guessing and craziness to know if I can talk.
I felt it, did you?
Now, Bob and I still play hardball. I did. And I can't look at you. This isn't gonna work. This will be the last show where I'm sitting here. I'm going back on the.
I like it better.
I'm going back on the. You like looking at the back of my head?
Uh-huh.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Get your mind out of the gutter. So listen, Bob and I still play hardball. So what's the sign for when you turn on your signs, Bob? Is it when you touch the bill? When you touch the shoulder? Do you touch the chin? Or do you not go that far? You just give the sign.
One team is we have to go across the team logo.
Okay.
And then the other one starts with the cheek.
The cheek.
And then ends with the cheek.
All right. I understand. Okay, so if take a pitch is on the arm, so you'll do a bunch of things. Oh, okay. So take a pitch. All right, get you. Never tell a guy to take a pitch. Swing fucking away, kids. Swing away. Here we go. My office was defaced. We were
vandalized.
We were vandalized and attacked on Labor Day 2019. Now, when it happened, I got a call from Skippy Dippy Ding Dong Ding-a-ling-a-do. Give him a call. Can you call him? You got a cell, right, James? Give him a call to the studio because we need him in on this.
All right.
I instantly knew it was Barstool Sports. I knew it was them. Now, Brian, pull up the story, all right? Because I think you should just read the story verbatim because we should then comment on each suspect. Now, here's what happens. My office is in a highly trafficked area of a very bustling suburb outside of the center of the world of New York. Unfortunately, Sarker, my freaking idiot intern, went ahead and I approved this because I'm an idiot as well, where my office is physically located. If you want to find where I am, just if you're smart like me, you'll find out. But I don't exactly advertise it on the world famous UCOMM blog because we get something like 100,000 hits a month and people are crazy. Like, remember the guy who called in for a show? Called me a motherfucker? Where is that thing?
You get honest with labor, prick.
Yeah, that guy, right? That guy, right, James? James, I can't see you. This isn't going to work.
I can hear you, though. I can hear you loud
I know,
and clear,
but I can't see you, and this isn't going to work. So
I know. Me and you would never work
We got Birchie on the phone yet, or what?
Almost.
Okay. So we get crazy guys like that. And
Chris LaGrange.
Yeah, what else? He called me a motherfucker, right?
It's right next to it, yeah.
It's right next to it? No, that's not it. Anyway.
Gotta get your glasses, too.
I know.
You can't see me anyway.
So I instantly knew, okay, it was because Sarker put it out there. It's because Barstool Sports got called out on their bullshit. And I'm like, I think it was a Barstool fan or one of the Barstool guys who showed up and ripped my $200 plus sticker.
Chris LaGrange, you're a motherfucker.
Right, that guys like that. It was that guy who showed up to wherever we are.
Doesn't sound like me.
So, Brian, what did we write about Barstool? And just hurry up and read it quickly, will you?
So, Barstool Sports, simple vandalism like this seems right up these guys' alley. UCOMM has been at war with them since their idiot leader Dave Portnoy tweeted out a series of anti-union tweets towards his employees. Now, just a few weeks later, our office, which is less than a block away from a popular summer vacation area on Long Island, was vandalized, and it seems suspicious to us.
It was suspicious.
Could be Barstool Sports, said Ryan Birch. Those New York City folks love to go to the ferry and walk by our offices.
The city folk like to walk by our offices.
Did you say that again?
No.
We got Skippy on the phone yet? All right, he's working on it. Skippy. Ding dong. Ding dong.
What do you want from my life?
We're talking about that's a weird sound. We got some reverb there.
Yeah.
We're talking about who vandalized. So we went into Barstool Sports. That's one suspect. That's who I really think did it. Secondly, who do we think did it?
InfoWars and the alt-right.
InfoWars and the alt-right.
Your tenants.
Now Skippy went right to the punchline. He thinks that I unfortunately have a house that I rent that I'm finally selling this year because I bought in the height of the market in 2008. I owe more than it's worth, so I got some friends living there. Before that, I had some millennial, drunken, squirrely little fucker who rented it. And
who's a MAGA head?
He voted for Trump, and he put down brown people. And when he left my property in complete disarray, he told me to go hire Mexicans. So I threw him off the property. Get the fuck out of here before I beat your ass. Seriously, my left nut if it touched him, he would fall down. So, I think it's him, but his bride to be and honey, you might want to rethink that. It swears it's not him, so I don't give a shit. But Skippy thinks it's him. But why isn't it InfoWars, Skippy?
I have no idea why it wouldn't be them.
Why? But
I think that was. I feel like that was one you just threw in there, but
as a suspect, because right now local police are working on it, right, and they are trying to. They're sending criminal investigation team in to lift the prints.
One cop is working on it.
No. Officer Torres showed up and did the report, and she says CSI local police is working on it. I swear to God, they're lifting prints and they're checking video, and they're going to see.
Oh, that's right. There was a white chalk outline out there the other day.
Really?
Yeah.
No, there wasn't. Shut up.
I can't.
So they lifted prints, and CSI local police is going to go ahead and find out who vandalized the organized labor's favorite ad and PR agency. We were attacked on Labor Day, and I do think it was motivated because also some of our other signs were ripped off all across downtown. We have UCOMM signs everywhere in town because we tag.
Speaking of, your little Christmas tree prank that you pull.
Yeah.
That we've talked about. They were all in my bar the other day.
All of them?
After the meeting, you let out, yeah.
Okay, so that's number 3 on the list, right?
Yep.
If it's not InfoWars and the alt-right and the Trump people, which it very well could be, because everywhere I go, right, Skippy, you still there? Remember when we were at that bar, and I knew that guy sitting next to me was a Trumper, so I said out loud that everyone who has an NRA sticker has a small penis? Yeah, he didn't like that.
Yeah, I think he was a cop too, though.
Get out of here, was he? No.
He looked like one.
Yeah. So he was not happy with me. So I'm thinking like instantly, InfoWars, Trump voters, they're on to me. I'm findable. They went and they destroyed private property. I hope to find these motherfuckers because I'm going to give them 2 options.
Maybe they're having a meeting right now, all of them together.
It could be the president, too, you know?
Trump himself?
Yeah.
I beat his ass. So
he probably just...
Secret Service would be like, let him work it out.
No. He would have drawn a Sharpie
and... But what was I saying about InfoWars and the alt-right? So, but I would give them 2 options if we found out who it is, when the police find out who it is. The first option is just pay for the new sign. We're now having it placed on the inside of the window instead of the out. Or if they don't pay for it, you're going, you show up in front of a judge, plead guilty to a criminal mischief, give me money, and I now know you for the rest of your life, and you're fucked. Because I'm a Leo. Once you get on my shit list, you never get off.
Never heard that one before.
Really? Leos are motherfuckers. So, Skippy, but you think it's, what about the baby fucking Huey over here thinks it's just the drunken millennials. What do you think, Skippy?
I mean, it very well could be, but the fact that the other sticker was ripped off the sign would make me think that it was someone that
malicious
doesn't like us or has it out for you.
I mean, Skippy, how many we only listed 2 interns that did well, but
could have been Sarker, yeah.
No, Sarker is not our best intern ever. Dan Hintonio is a good intern.
Is he not here
Sarker,
anymore?
no, Hintonio got a job. I'll tell you about it off air.
No, Sarker.
Sarker had to go back to college. Yeah, right now he's taking biology in his dorm room by himself. See, I can't see Skippy. By the way, I don't like this as setup. I know
Skippy, it looks great.
I know you worked hard on it, but I can't sit with James behind me.
Not changing.
We're gonna
go. Well, then guess what? I'm not touching it ever again.
Same here.
Can we just go back to the other way?
I've washed my hands of it.
Can't we just go back the other way? Because I did like seeing everyone over here. We'll talk about this later. The other way, where I'm sitting on the shit tube.
Oh, I don't care.
These guys are on the bench. Yeah, but like I'm saying, I'd rather be over there and have the bench
But
here.
I ran all those cables and tidied them up, so that was the biggest pain in the ass part.
Yeah.
And we bought an extension for that. which cost a bunch.
This looks good, Chris. You look.
I know, but I can't see you, James.
You don't need
this. Doesn't
Why
no.
do you
This
have to look deep into James's eyes throughout the whole show? I don't understand that. If you want to go on break, you wave your pink piece of paper in the air, and he'll see it.
I don't have a pink piece of paper.
This is a symbiotic relationship, Chris.
We'll talk about.
We'll have a sleepover party.
We'll talk about it on Saturday. But Skippy, so if you think it's the tenants, he thinks it's drunks and millennials. I think that it's the Barstool Sports, but
it's Screamer.
James, and we have Screamer. Screamer is a bum in the town.
He's great.
He just does.
He's insane.
He just screams. But we've had some really good interns. Gotcha Paul, Jam, and a few others. A couple others. Alexis, she was
Ridley.
great.
Katie.
Ridley did fine. He went to go work for some sports organization. But we had a few fuck ups. But I don't think they're malicious like that. I don't think they have it in them to do something like that because they barely had muscles. So like one kid like read a book while he interned. He got fired real quick. But it could be the local Republican club because we advocate that everybody donate their Christmas tree to their location.
I've been dumping my grass clippings on their
for their wall
in front of their office.
Yeah. This is a word of advice for everybody in the progressive movement. When you get your Christmas tree, don't throw it away. Donate it to your local Republican club so they can give it to their president for their fucking wall. I mean, you're just wasting it throwing it away. Give it to the local Republicans so they can give it to Trump for his fucking wall. Yeah, I mean, we're helping you. Don't think that Democrats aren't helping you in your cause. Here's my fucking Christmas tree. Put it down at the border. All right, Skippy. Thank you for chiming in. Where are you going right now? New Jersey?
Yeah.
All right, don't drink the water.
Stop regionalizing us.
Stop regionalizing us? All right.
Yeah.
Skippy's like, can I go? I don't say anything anyway.
Are you listening to Brian? Brian Young?
How come you don't have like shit lined up to fucking talk?
Like footballs? Okay, see you later, Skippy.
Later, Skippy.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
I'm moving her like a bitch.
All right. But listen, folks, I appreciate the calls of support. Friends from the West Coast and all over the place. Like, are you okay? I read the story. It's not that bad, but it is bad because first they rip off a sticker. Second, they throw something through the window. Third, they physically attack me. I hate to say this. It's a weird. Don't be taken the wrong way, but I'm an educated liberal. You don't go after me. You might go after the ones who are hugging trees saying no guns, but I got a few. So fucking back off. All right, can we do a break? I can't look at you. I have to like, my neck hurts.
Needs a break.
All right, I got to go make sure that
Sign language for break.
I got to make sure that my my office isn't vandalized even more. And it hurt because we work very hard for the labor community and to have our offices attacked on Labor Day, I really do think that it like Skippy says, it is politically motivated, and I'm hoping the police take it seriously. But I mean, I just called the cops just as a bit. I don't expect them to do anything, and no offense, cops, but like, yeah, come on, really, shit.
I think Perry's right.
UCOMM Live with Chris LaGrange, News Talks, Sports, Workforce, Politics. We'll be right back.
You better worry.
UCOMM Live with Chris LaGrange is sponsored in part by...
The UCOMM Media Group is our nation's premier marketing, advertising, and internal union communications consulting service. UCOMM's award-winning websites, newsletters, texts, and strategic messaging delivers the union value set in a unique and relatable message that really resonates. With affordable rates and proven organizing methods that work, we take a load off your workload. To learn more and set up a consultation, visit ucommworks.com. That's ucommworks.com.
Ready to give your lady a special cologne? It's called Sex Panther by Odeon. It's illegal in 9 countries. It's made of real panthers, so you know it's good. A formidable scent that stings the nostrils. Sex Panther by Odeon. 60% of the time, it works. Every time.
Hey guys, you like what you're hearing? Text us at 646-408-4636.
Chris LaGrange here, host of UCOMM Live with Chris LaGrange. Talk news that works from the people who go to work. The fastest growing podcast on, in, and around the internet. Join us live every Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter, or listen on UCOMMlive.com. Our loud and colorful panelists bring you news, progress, and workplace politics like no other. So subscribe today wherever great podcasts are found.
UCOMM Live call-in line, 631-969-9599. Or you could try 631-969-9599. If none of those work, try 631-969-9599.
They sure don't. UCOMM Live with Chris LaGrange. News, talk, sports, and workforce politics. The fastest growing podcast on, in, and around the internet. So we interactions. What do we got? Perry.
Yep.
Perry. What the fuck, Perry? You have nothing else better to do? Bug us? What's he got to say?
He says that there are some teachers on Long Island that don't teach, that have full release time.
Damn moron.
He calls out one specific district.
Yeah, don't. Okay.
Eric!
He also says that, he says congratulations on Randy coming to Farmingdale, and that McGruff the crime dog is on it, and
McGruff the crime dog is on it?
Yep.
And I don't get paid enough to get Claritin.
Allergies.
You should have loaded up in the
He is a bad man.
His shoes right over there.
Trump, that motherfucker. Sorry, teachers. What did he do on Labor Day to our elected president, Rich Trumka? Now, Trumka, I had some criticisms, but I've been told to back off or else you're fucking fired, so I got to back off. And where's Donnie been, too?
Is that another suspect?
I think he's dealing with some issues with his wife.
Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah. So Trumka went on to Fox, went to the belly of the beast on Labor Day weekend, which would have been the Saturday.
He went on the Sunday show?
The Sunday show with Chris Colbert. No.
Chris Wallace?
Chris Wallace. And did he do okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
The AFL sent out a text asking people to tune in, which was nice. It was good. I just couldn't. Did you tune in live, Brian?
I just wouldn't.
Yeah, no, knock it off. Knock it off. What did I just say? If we keep doing this,
No,
we're
not
fired.
because of Trump, because it's Fox News.
Gotcha.
He is a bad man.
So he went on, and how did he do? You said okay, but really, how did he do? What did he talk about, and why should we give a shit?
He did fine. He talked about the strength of the labor movement, but the thing that got Trump's attention was when he talked about the USMCA, which is the trade deal that Trump is trying to negotiate.
Jesus Christ, letting that guy negotiate anything other than how many hookers. That's the only thing he's good at. Who's calling the call, girl? Oh, I guess Donald's going to do it. All right. So, okay. Oh, this is just watch. Okay. Read what his tweet, that motherfucker. What did he write?
So he said, just watched AFL-CIO President Richard Trumka on Fox News and thought to myself how different he is on TV than when he is with me at the White House. Likes what we were doing until the cameras go on. We got robbed on trade and everything else, while his Dems just sat back and watched. NAFTA is the worst trade deal ever made, terrible for labor, and Richard let it stand.
No, that's not true. No wonder unions are losing so much. No, we're not. The workers will vote for me in 2020.
Oh my God.
No, they won't. Dumb ones will. Ones that drank the Kool-Aid and care more about their guns than they do their own kids. And the guys that I fight day in and day out, they're big, tough, fake muscle guys. Fuck you, I'll fuck you all up. But no, they will not. I mean, there's a whole, please guys, back me up. There's a whole resurgence of younger voters coming in this time around who do not buy his bullshit. See, Trumpers are getting more vocal now because the economy is doing well out of reasons outside of Trump's control. And they're nervous because they like this kick the can down the road type of economy. You know, the borrow and spend. They're nervous that if the Dems come in, it's tax and spend. Because it's a whole different philosophy. But here's the thing. Once the recession hits and people can't pay their bills anymore, and we go to war to try to, because we need to revive the economy, and we're bearing our own children, well, that's when Trump's gone. I mean, like his reality show. His reality show failed. His presidency will fail. And it will only be a matter of time before we squeak by this one. I don't think we're going to win by 40 points.
Right.
I think we're going to win by a few points in 2020. I'm optimistic.
We can only hope.
We have to try.
And any Joe 2020, you know. I mean, because the economy is going to tank any day. Could be any week, any month. So, you know, and to defend Rich Trumpka, when you go to the nursing home to visit grandma who has dementia, you act a different way because she has dementia.
Yes.
You don't piss her off. you just, you know, you ask a lot of questions.
You placate her, yes.
Yes. That's what he does to you, Don. Rich placates you when he's in the White House. Remember when the people were murdered, when Trump's voters went around and started shooting everybody in El Paso and wherever? And he was coming into town. The mayors of those cities were like, oh, fuck. And they went to the press like, because of the charter of the city of El Paso, because I'm the elected mayor, I have to do this. So I will welcome him as the mayor. He'll come in. I'll shake his hand. I'll direct him to the closest McDonald's, and then I'm done. I mean, that's how he is accepted in the entire government community. And we have to understand that across this great globe of ours, the United States, what used to be a powerhouse, is a laughing stock. We're all looked at as a bunch of dumb Yankees because of this guy. Cooler heads will prevail in 2020. What have a bunch of unions do really good things, though, on Labor Day. We put out a story on that, Brian Know-It-All.
Can you read that for us? What did the people do?
So many of our clients, UCOMM's clients, celebrated Labor Day by marching in parades across the Northeast. So at the New York State Fair in Syracuse.
Yeah. Right, James? Syracuse.
Hey, I know somebody from Syracuse.
Yeah, that's right. The guy who you dislike.
Who?
You.
Oh, well, I know you. I know my ex-boss.
Your ex-boss.
And now my ex-friend who moved to Syracuse.
He's your ex-friend?
I guess. Yeah, I'm not friends anymore.
This doesn't work. I can't talk to you like this.
I don't look at you when I talk to you. I have you right in front of my screen, so.
So Syracuse has the Great New York State Fair. Something like 40,000 people go to it. I don't know. I'm just making that up.
I heard that Labor Day, I think, set a new record.
How many?
Probably more than that.
Really?
I think it was like hundreds of thousands.
Hundreds of thousands of Syracuse Orange
it was
fans.
Like the Trump inauguration, right?
Orange. Yeah.
Gigantic.
No.
Gigantic.
It was
tremendous.
Huge. Look at the crowds. Look at the crowds. So, the State Fair had 100,000 people, and locals 1249 and 97 marched in their parade. What else? South Plainfield, New Jersey. What the fuck happened in South Plainfield?
So the Labor Day parade in South Plainfield was canceled after there was a bomb threat. The governor was going to be marching in the parade, and the threat was targeted towards the governor. Yeah. The cops came in. They arrested the person. They collected all the explosives. Found out that they couldn't be used. So everything
now,
was safe,
I mean, they're finding the investigation is opening. Still open. I hope, because there's got to be prints on it. They got to find out, and who would want to?
I know they arrested the person who was making the threats and who had created the stuff.
Probably the same person that defaced our fucking office.
Well, he would have had a very busy Labor Day.
Well, he did. He drove from where we are to South Plainfield, New Jersey.
Yes. But even though they caught him before the parade, they were still concerned that there may have been explosives along the route they couldn't find.
What's personal and scary about that story to me, Bob, is that years ago when my kids were just kids.
Bob?
You know, they could barely walk. I still had them in little pulley carts. We went to that parade. I brought them. You know? That's scary. I mean, Labor Day is a time for family and friends. And what I love about Labor Day, at least in my family, I don't know what's like in all of y'all's, go ahead and text us, email us. If you're trying to engage me live on Instagram, I appreciate it. Keep pressing those buttons, but I am not smart enough to go ahead and press things because my camera will fall.
What's it saying?
I don't know, like woohoo and good job and whoa and wave.
Is that all from your wife?
Hey,
or?
I guess
from Perry.
I guess people,
Perry, yeah.
people want me to say things like Mr. Marshmallow Ball and thanks guys for tuning in. I love y'all, but I can't do this now. If Skippy was here, he would do it. But like I was saying, Labor Day for me, it's different every year. We don't say, okay, we're going to the beach this day, or this is when we go to Aunt Thelma's and Uncle Remus's. This is like, okay, what's going on this year? And that's what's cool. Keep your Labor Day open. Because there could be a time when your union's on strike and you got to go out there and flip some fucking cop cars. Or you're in labor peace and let's go to Six Flags and spend the weekend. Or, you know, it's time to redo the patio. There's nothing more, I think, divine than working on Labor Day. Not working in a job that you're forced to working, like at 7-Eleven or Target, right? Which it sucks for retail. It's just the nature of the game. If you work in retail, you know you work holidays. And if you have a union deal, you get time and a half. That's a pretty good deal. Everywhere I went that day, I just said Happy Labor Day to everyone I saw. It's like Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Right.
Merry Christmas. Happy Labor Day. Merry Christmas. Happy Labor Day. But imagine like working on Labor Day, like you wanted to do a lawn or a patio or redo your deck or paint the side of your. You doing a lot of painting at your house?
I have to do all of that.
Right. I know where you live.
Yeah.
You basically
house looks like shit.
You live in a construction site. Good night, construction site.
Michael.
So I mean, there's nothing wrong with working on your house or on your car on Labor Day, whatever makes you happy, because labor gives work gives dignity. You know. What else in this segment there? Know it all, Brian. That's it, right?
Well, in New Haven, Connecticut, CWA Local 1298 took part in the New Haven Road Race. Every year they sponsor a water station, and the race also serves as the national 20K championship for U.S. track and field. So they actually have like professional runners.
Wow,
who take part in the race.
And good, I hope that Katie and all the gals up there at 1298 got photos of that. Get that to us. We'll recycle it for you. And they're in bargaining right now, Local 1298 with Frontier, right?
Yes.
Frontier. Let me tell you guys a story about this company. You know how like Verizon doesn't know what the fuck they are? Are we a phone company? Are we an internet company? Are we selling cell phones? Do we own Time Magazine? I mean, are we into Hollywood now? Hey, let's get into sex dolls. I mean, Verizon just doesn't know what they are. Spectrum's a bunch of motherfuckers. They know that. They walk around. Hey, we're motherfuckers. How are you? Spectrum. Motherfuckers. We hired a lesbian to be our voiceover. Lesbians. So Frontier is a fucking phone company. They know it. Phone and internet. That's all they market themselves as a phone company. And I think that's what I like about them. And I'm hoping that bargaining goes right for these guys and gals, because there's a lot of uncertainties. Is this company going to be able to compete in a global market against Spectrum and Verizon and Alibaba's make it up as you go along? Comcast company, you know? So they're in bargaining, and I wish them all the best. And I hope they keep us in the loop so we can keep you in the loop. In Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the center of the world.
I like it. I like it. You keep doing that.
The center of the world.
I've been to Pittsburgh like 10 times. I love the bridges. And I love the fact when the Mets play the Pirates because we win. What do they do in Pittsburgh? They have a parade?
Yeah, they have a huge parade and a picnic. It may be the largest parade that happens on Labor Day.
It's the biggest parade on Labor Day itself.
Bob.
Leave Brian alone.
Hi, Bob. Bob.
I saw this float.
I think we're all going to be making fun of him by the end of this. Oh, my God.
I saw this.
I'm embarrassed because I couldn't tell who was talking at one point.
At this parade in Pittsburgh, we have two clients, Local 29 and Local 459, outside utility, which means guys who climb poles, dig holes, do gas and infrastructure work, not inside construction, which are like Local 3 in New York City, who do the buildings as they're being built. These are guys who bring the power to the buildings, and then those guys on the inside. So that's the difference between outside and inside. Little school. They had a float, right, which is a utility pole, which those things are freaking heavy. I don't know how they did this. A utility pole, and they had a member climb up it and just hang on it throughout the entire parade route.
That was their float?
That was their float. It's the coolest float I've ever seen.
That's
It's
creative.
got to probably be the most dangerous float I've ever seen, because it's not like it's made out of styrofoam or faced with like Luan, right, James?
I think if we had a six-pack up there, you'd hang in.
James, you've made movie sets before, right?
No.
I thought you did something like that.
No, I helped a friend out once or twice, but
Really? It didn't become a full-time gig?
Mm-mm.
James is for hire. 631-969-9599.
I'll do anything.
He'll do anything. At this point in his life, he'll do anything. Wait till you knock up Jen. Shit, dude, you're gonna be screwed.
Yep.
Yep. Hey, LaGrange, can I get a raise? Give us money. 631-969-9599.
Chill, nasty Nate.
So, and then the big ones this Saturday. You guys coming or what? Bob?
I can't.
Cordelia? You're always...
NYSET is going to be there. I know UFT always shows up strong to this, but NYSET is pushing, celebrating this one in UFT.
Why aren't you going?
I can't be there this
You always have plans on the weekend.
Saturdays, yeah.
You have like a life that we don't know about.
Kinda. I try. I mean, I love my union stuff.
All
But, you
teachers
know.
do, right?
This is Cordelia.
Thank you, James.
She makes the cover of newspapers and she runs a secret life.
Don't
Secret
look for me.
life.
Don't look for
Yeah,
me.
he's gonna come up with a new article.
Yeah.
After Saturday.
The secret life of Cordelia Anthony.
Negative.
But the world
By Brian Young.
by Ryan.
Gonna go on a break.
Oh, is it time for break? Oh shit. Shit. Oh. Well, after the next break, then we have to do the sports thing. But a few other things. Sarker is done. He wrote a very nice, heartfelt story. I hope he's not listening, because I don't like to give him too much credit, because I don't want to blow up his fucking head. You see that kid's fucking hair?
He's got some talent.
Like it needs to be any bigger. He is an excellent writer, James.
Yes, he is.
I can't do this with you behind me. This is fired.
Just
This
listen
angle
through
is
your ears.
fired.
Listen through your ears.
Perry thinks you look great.
Thanks, Perry.
Just put a mirror behind us over here.
Yeah, I'm really gonna do that.
Brian.
Right here.
UCOMM with
Brian Young.
and Perry.
I'm done today.
Terry just clicked. He's like, I ain't listening to this shit anymore.
Not my president. No, Sarker wrote up a nice piece. What did he say? He said something. He called me the man, right? The man, the myth, the legend, Chris LaGrange.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What else did he say that was good about me?
He said he learned a lot. He had really enjoyed the internship. It was the first time he'd ever taken the commuter rail line in our neck of the woods, which was
spoken to that way.
Which one of his videos made the homepage of one of our clients' sites?
one of the work site videos. Just one of your GoPro ones.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
that he cut up. That he cut up.
Oh, that he cut up. Okay. So what happens is, folks, you're wondering what the hell Sarker's talking about. When I go to job sites to record video and photos for clients and causes, I wear a GoPro on my hard hat. I look ridiculous. I look absolutely ridiculous. But it captures shit. Like guys pulling line, laughing, having a good time, doing the job, doing the ugly shit, doing the pretty shit, and we'll cut up like 15-second clips of that and put it as the top image of a website to make it really pop, to make it look, modern and crisp. So Sarker cut some of that up because there's no way I'm sitting through all that shit. I lived it. I ain't editing it. What else? He just said he thanks Dan Hintonio, former UCOMM intern, former UCOMM employee, current panelist on this show, and for opening the door. And hey, if you're a young guy or gal and you live in the Northeast region, New York State, New York City primarily area, and you want to come and intern with us. I'll be honest, Brian, am I hard to work for?
Yes.
Extremely. I'm here 2 hours a week. And I can't take it.
They are the toughest.
The toughest 2 hours of his life.
Hello, this is Lenny.
But if you think you have what it takes, every day is different. All clients have different causes. Some are more active than others. You will not be in an office all day filing shit because our filing system basically is a banker's box that we just throw papers in. Like Cordelia, if you ask for me for like past shit, give me 2 weeks.
Got it.
Because I have to hire a team of professionals to go through all our banker boxes. My accountant used to have hair. Now he doesn't. So, you know.
Hi, Bob. Bob.
So if you want to intern, ucommworks.com/internship. Whatever. Something like that. Just say Google at UCOMM. It should come up number one. All right. Time for a break, and then we're going to come back and do... we're going to talk a little bit about that young lady, God rest her soul, who was murdered in Texas for the recent round of shootings. Letter carriers put something out about her. Very attractive young lady, and it's really sad that she was taken from us. And then we'll get into sports. Go Pack Go, playing the Bears in a few hours. Fuck you, Chicago. All right, UCOMM Live with me, Chris LaGrange. News, talk, sports, and workforce politics. Fastest growing podcast in, on, and around the internet. Go Pack Go.
Promotional considerations for UCOMM Live with Chris LaGrange are provided by the following.
Like what you're hearing and want to make a comment? Too shy to call? Too busy? Then shoot us a text at 646-408-4636. That is 646-408-4636. The official UCOMM Live with Chris LaGrange. Text in line.
I did try and fuck her. She was married. Huge news there. Oh, no, Nancy. No, this was, and I moved on her very heavily. In fact, I took her out furniture shopping. She wanted to get some furniture. I said, I'll show you where they have some nice furniture. I took her out furniture. I moved on her like a bitch. But I couldn't get there. And she was married. And all of a sudden, I see she's now got the big phony tits and everything. She's totally changed her look. I got to use some Tic Tacs just in case I start kissing her. You know, I'm automatically attracted to people. I just start kissing them. It's like a magnet. I don't even wait. And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything. Whatever you want. Grab them by the pussy.
Finally, a super PAC dedicated to giving working people a seat at the table, UCOMMPAC.org. UCOMMPAC is a federally registered super PAC that gets behind causes and candidates that support expanding job opportunities through apprenticeships for all Americans, pay equity, livable wages, the right to organize, and repealing 14B, making right to work illegal in the United States. With clean money raised from regular working people, UCOMMPAC is changing the reputation of super PACs as a political organization that can serve the greater good. Learn more and donate today at UCOMMPAC.org. That's UCOMMPAC.org.
Do you want to get in on the action live during the show? Simply call 631-969-9599. That's 631-969-9599. The official UCOMM Live with Chris LaGrange call-in line.
All right, we're back. UCOMM Live with Chris LaGrange. News, talk, sports, and workforce politics, the fastest growing podcast on, in, and around the internet. All right, guys, we're almost done. I was on a show in D.C. on Labor Day with all the other labor podcasters across the nation. And, God, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but I can't tell you all of them. But, like, I know Rick Smith from Pennsylvania was on, Chris Garlick from D.C. Metro, Julie from Kansas City, and a few other good folks. Someone from Dallas, some other person. Anyway, and we were talking about our shows and how great they are, but no one knows they exist, right? And and we were also chatting about how, sometimes labor leaders are inaccessible. Randy, very accessible. But, the challenge that we as labor communicators get is that we're not underfunded by, like, Untuck It, Untuck Shirts and Duluth Trading and Dick's Sporting Goods. We're sponsored by this clapping fucking monkey. So, like, like we don't have the time, energy, and money to chase down PR people. And this is me speaking, not other folks. Sometimes I feel like PR folks who work for international unions or progressive or for international unions, for that sake, are very guarded when it comes in. They think we're like real media. We are, but we're not. Like they create layers and layers of bureaucracy that just shouldn't exist. So it's just easier for me to call my idiot friends and say, come in here and let's do a bunch of curse words. It's easier for me to do that.
I think that's us, Bob.
Yeah. Yeah, like anyone that I can find. Like Screamer.
Oh, no.
Screamer's coming in next week. Ah! It's going to be the next show.
I'm busy.
But we changed this for you, Cordelia. We changed the time from 2 to 4 for you.
I feel
know.
extra special.
I know. My goal is to have this entire room filled with folks with a bunch of hot air.
Cool.
We're all perspiring.
He wants people to throw stuff at him on air.
That's right,
basically.
like monkeys.
He wants everyone arguing and yelling. And
Next time I'm here, I'll bring some things to
But the point of this show that I did on
he wants it like Jerry Springer, basically,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Jerry Springer of the union movement.
Why not?
Stop throwing chairs.
The point is that there's more people than just me out there, and we need the public support, meaning share this, retweet this, let people know that it exists, and just be mindful that there are labor communicators out there and be supportive. So go to UCOMMblog.com, go to AFL-CIO.org/podcast and get the list of all the shows across the nation. Go ahead and support it. And stop being so goddamn fucking bashful, man. Go ahead and post something. We'll read it. If you want it to be anonymous, just say, hey, just protect my identity. But LaGrange, what is your opinion on this matter, on that matter? Because there's a lot going on in this nation, and everything has to do with your work life. Work-life balance and politics are all synonymous in one and the same, and that's what you'll get here. In sports, this is why we bring up sports, because labor touches sports. Antonio fucking Brown is such a headache. Bob, you're not really so much a football fan as much as a baseball fan. We'll get in the Mets in a little bit. But Antonio Brown made our headlines because he wouldn't listen to his shop steward. His steward's like, listen, you got to wear a helmet in football. If you don't wear it, you're going to get hurt. It's football. It's a dangerous sport. He's like, I don't want to wear these new helmets because I'm a prima donna. So he goes ahead and I know these new helmets. I was involved with a local charity to get new helmets for the youth in our community. These things are super light and they're comfortable. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. So he made headlines. He took on his union. What a dick. What a dick. How do you guys feel about members that take you guys on?
It's ridiculous.
It's a little taxing.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Unnecessary.
Pretty much.
How did he take the union on?
So he doesn't want to wear this helmet.
Yeah.
And
so he
wants to wear his own helmet.
One that he made out of paper mache and toothpicks.
One that he's been wearing for 12 years and is no longer approved by the NFL as safe.
What is it, like his lucky helmet?
It's not just safe for him, but it's not safe for other people. Because if he goes ahead and accidentally heads somebody, you can really hurt someone. These other helmets take on impact and give impact in ways that these old helmets don't. Right? And that's what he doesn't realize. He thinks he's a golden god. Well, you're not. You're a cut-rate, second-rate, Canadian Football League, overpaid fucking wide receiver. You were not a Packer. Shut the fuck up.
It should be very easy to settle this because if it's in the contract that they have to wear the most current helmets, then he's out of line and he can't do anything about it. He can sue the union all he wants to.
And he did, and
he lost. Probably.
And he lost. So now he made headlines again. Why?
So the Raiders they issued 2 fines against him for missing practice on August 18th and August 22nd.
And why did he miss practice?
Because of the helmet issue.
Want to wear the helmet.
The helmet issue. He hasn't practiced like at all during training camp because he went into one of those cryotherapy chambers and wasn't wearing the proper footwear, so he got frostbite on his feet. I mean,
Genius.
Your profession literally is running down the field and catching a ball. So
Why would you fuck with your feet?
yeah, why wouldn't you protect yourself?
You don't feel that your feet are freezing, and I mean, at some point you're gonna be. This is not healthy anymore. I have to get out of
I
here.
mean, it's already a bad idea to go into a whatever it is, negative 250-degree chamber.
He can do that,
then
but he
not
can't
do
wear
it
a helmet.
properly.
This guy has a job and Kaepernick doesn't. I'm done.
Yeah.
Right on, sister. Right on. Kaepernick's been practicing every day. I wish Donnie was here, because Donnie thinks he has a very good argument with this. He just doesn't. Donnie actually sounds like a Fox News Trumper when it comes to this fucking issue.
What does he say?
He just says something like Kaepernick's just not good enough to be quarterback. That's why he's... Thank you. That he's just not good enough to be quarterback. And the stats prove that he's excellent.
He's a martyr. He's what it is. We get
excellent
it.
football player.
He's a martyr.
And you know what? Nike is not a golden child for social causes at all. They exploit labor in every corner of the world in which they make. But they actually, I think they did a good thing by giving him a platform. I don't know. Listen, I love the green and gold. Everyone knows this. I'm the only green and golder who's not in love with my quarterback, because you don't get rid of our coaches mid-season like that. You don't create all this drama in the locker room like he does. Social media. Yeah, here we go. Listen to the song, Bob.
Right after the snap, Lambo leaping title town, final round the pack in Super Bowl.
Not digging it.
You're not? No. You know the original song to it? Vince Lombardi. Hell yeah.
Come and get some.
December 1st, buddy. Acting like they won. They be acting like they won.
He plays it in the office all the time.
You are
Yes.
kidding me.
I like this part with the girl.
Like a blizzard, opponents going under. We
He drinking Miller.
from Lombardi up to
Lambo.
Gotta see it, 'cause I'm feeling so
Fly like a cheese head.
Oh,
Cheese head. Like a cheese head. You know this song, right?
I'll go there with
The
you.
original song. Yeah.
Like a cheese head. So
Well,
It's no shout.
I'm in no. I'm not in love with Aaron anymore. I think he brings too much distraction. I like Kaiser. I'll take Kaepernick in Green Bay. I think we'd be able to handle him. It's different. It's different in the land that God founded. It's called the good land.
the good land.
The good land, Milwaukee.
Brian.
So, the Pack is playing the Bears tonight, and here's what sucks as a Packer fan with your team opening the season against one of the best teams in the game. That's it. 1, 2. It's Thursday. Fuck. Right? I mean, football's for Sunday.
Yeah.
I know they got to squeeze in the advertisements and the T-shirts and make as much money as possible in a short period of time, but do that on like the Jets dime with teams that don't fucking matter. And let it be Jets Giants tonight, Thursday, not Packers Bears, because we got to work tomorrow.
Yep.
My kid's got practice himself until 8, so I'm rushing home. My wife's making chili. It's too early for chili. It's still hot.
Brian, you can come in late tomorrow. He's not going to show up till like.
No, we got an 8:30 meeting tomorrow morning. That sucks. I'm going to be hungover.
Oh no.
I'm going to sit there. I'm going to drink whiskey and beer and fucking scream at Aaron Rodgers. But
I'll go to a game with you. You want to go up there one?
Where, the Lambeau?
Yeah, we'll give us a big wide window here in a year or two.
I'll take you to Lambeau.
In 2 years' time, it could be tomorrow.
You know when
it could
you're
be
going to
2
go
years
with
from
me?
now.
When you have a newborn at home and you got to clean diapers. Like, honey, I'm going to Lambeau with the boss. I got to go.
That'd be fun.
Okay.
You some damn.
That'd be the end.
I'll go with you,
of
James.
both relationships.
The Mets, 4 games out of wild card.
We didn't actually finish about why Antonio Brown got suspended.
Oh, okay. So Antonio Brown, we're still talking about this guy? Okay, what?
So after the fines were issued, Brown went and put the letter up on social media and attacked the team. And then the GM, Mike Mayock from, he used to be on NFL Network. He came down to have a talk with Brown, and Brown apparently just lost his you
shit.
know what, and went after him, tried to
Fight
got
him?
in his face, tried to fight him. Fortunately,
Who would win in a fight, Antonio Brown or Mike Babcock?
Did you say
I don't know.
Babcock, fight him.
Fortunately, some players got in between the two of them, but team has had enough.
Did the kicker get in between?
I don't know.
The kicker. Come on, guys, we can work it out.
Oh no.
Sebastian Janikowski still their kicker.
He got mushed. Art Howe would
No one knows them because no one watches
rolling in
any
his
of that
grave.
shit.
Art Howe?
No,
that's from the Oakland.
Art Howe was the manager.
That's the manager of the
Oakland
Oakland A's. Yeah, Art something from the Barstool Sports is very pissed at me because I don't know this shit. Who the Art guy? Art something. Yeah. So all right. Well, I mean, Antonio Brown is a cancer. Like that guy in your workforce who won't pay union dues, who won't go to meetings, like that person who rats out your coworkers for going to a union meeting when they're trying to organize.
It just
Antonio
sounds like
Brown
he doesn't understand the contract.
Yeah, he's just, I don't know, maybe he wasn't raised right. Maybe he was. Here's the thing about Aaron Rodgers as well. He doesn't talk to his family. What does that tell you about someone who doesn't talk to their family? Unless your family was a bunch of like
How do you know that?
Mormon rapists or something.
It's well
okay.
known that Aaron Rodgers doesn't talk to his family.
Yeah.
I mean, like
brother-
his wife and kids, or his like brother?
No,
and
like his brother went on, what was it, The Bachelor or Bachelorette? And
I wouldn't talk
told
to my
the whole
brother if he
world.
went on that show either.
Yeah, but yeah, Aaron's got issues, and I think that he brings unnecessary attention to my team. We're a contender this year. He's in the rankings. He's number 8 or 12, 6.
Yeah, he fell pretty far.
Yeah. So I mean, he used to be up there, but I mean,
So he's number 6, and he fell very far. There's
Well,
like
'cause he's like-
24 under him.
Yeah.
Is that what you're telling me? And he fell way down there.
you're just, you got Eli, and
Eli's got to be lower than he is right now. No,
but Eli does not bring negative.
Eli's
attention.
a lot lower.
Eli does not bring negative attention in the locker room like Aaron does.
And you were thinking of Al Davis.
Al Davis, not Art Davis. Art Davis?
Al Davis.
Wrong. Fake news.
In fact, I took her out furniture shopping.
Mets, hot or not, Bob? It's your time to shine, buddy.
Did they actually lose a game the other night by giving up
they
7
did.
runs
Yes.
in the 9th inning?
My 9-year-old.
That's the real Mets. That's what I'm scared of.
My 9-year-old is a Mets fanatic, right? He's like,
Did he need counseling
it
after
was
that
the
game?
eve of the first day of school.
Oh no.
And I'm like, Jack,
Go to bed. It's not going to be
we're
good.
up like 10-4. We're gonna win. I'll see you in the morning. I'll see you in the morning, son.
Knowing what was about to
He
happen.
went up to bed. Minutes later, we lost like 11-10.
So parents never put your kids to sleep
Yeah.
when the Mets are winning.
If your kid is a diehard Mets fan and they're up in the 9th,
at any point during the game,
you just
put them to bed because it's
Yeah.
not going to get any better.
I mean, I just couldn't. I mean, once and the second Diaz stepped on the field is when I knew we lost that game. I mean,
he let up all
He's
7
actually been
runs.
pitching pretty well. The
yeah,
last
but
couple
I
weeks.
don't trust him. It's time to trade him. It's time to trade him. Bob, you can
Fire
throw.
Brody and Mickey.
I can do it.
No, keep Brody, keep Mickey, get rid of Diaz. Even though the fans don't like Diaz, the players love Diaz. And Stroman's. What do you think about Stroman? Worth it?
I think so.
A little bit of a hype. He brings a lot of young energy. I like that. Kind of like how we opened up the show, right? Young union leaders bring activity and movement to their local union, their federation, their labor council. So do young players onto a team. Cano's like what? In his late 30s, so he's considered
36.
He's considered a veteran. Todd Frazier.
The Yankees brought in, what's his name? He's 36 years old.
Granderson?
No.
Granderson's with someone else.
Granderson's with the Marlins, right?
Yeah.
Encarnacion. He's
Okay.
36, and he's still belting home runs.
Yeah. Cano had a great game
Cano
yesterday.
was a better baseball player overall, I think, than Encarnacion.
Well,
was.
Cano was doing steroids.
And-
so.
And Cano had his rehab game in Brooklyn with the Cyclones, and that's got to be pretty exciting, though, to be that close to the action there. But we're 4 games back. Is there a chance? Gentlemen, lady, is there a chance James. Gentleman, lady, and James.
You gotta believe, right?
Gotta believe. The Amazins for a reason, right, James?
They're 4 games out of what?
Out of wild card.
Out of the second wild card.
That's possible because all those teams are kind of iffy.
Yeah, so
to begin with.
So my son asked, Dad, did we step up at all? I'm like, well, we need every team in Major League Baseball to lose except for the Mets. I mean, it's just so many to keep track of. But for real, we need the Cubs to lose. So I need the Bears to lose and the Cubs. So I love you, Chicago, every other day but today. We need the Brewers to lose, and I feel bad, green and gold, but fuck your Brewers. We need the Nationals, who are just underrated team. I think they're an excellent baseball team. I really do.
As long as they don't play the Mets.
Yeah, I mean, and then the fucking assholes in Philadelphia. The thing
Which
about
we have a 3-game series starting on Friday.
and the thing about Philly is, and I was explaining this to my kids and anyone who will listen, especially you right here on Instagram, Facebook, internet, whatever. In Philadelphia, when your teams win, why do you eat horse poop? I mean, it's just like leave the horse poop for the flies and the worms. So tell Cordelia the story about the horse poop in Philadelphia.
Well, after the Eagles won the Super Bowl, they had the Super Bowl party, and I guess some fans.
This guy in the street, started eating horse manure
from the police horses.
From the police horses on camera because he was so hyped up.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what he was.
Never have.
I mean, that's the one way you prove you're a fan, right?
Yeah, never have I.
Go Phila. That's their new logo. A piece of poop.
A piece of.
Go Phila.
I like it. I like it.
Thank you.
Have I ever.
Yeah.
Detroit has the octopus.
I think that what we should be a fan handout day when the Phillies are in town are little rubbery pieces of poop.
I agree.
Listen, if the Mets don't make it, I still love them. I think Brody did an excellent job. Don't fire Mickey. Get rid of Diaz. We should bargain for Ramos. He did an excellent season, but it was late in the season. The pitchers don't like him. Their ERAs are down when he's behind the plate. And I don't believe in fat catchers. I don't know. There's something wrong with me.
Well, they said the pitchers actually.
It's not so bad once you get used to it.
They said the pitchers like him a lot more now.
What?
They said the pitchers like him a lot more now that they've gotten used to him. And part of the problem was just they were used to throwing Anito and Rivera, who've been there for a while.
And they sent Rivera down, right?
Yeah, but he's back up.
Yeah,
with
it's
the
good.
40
They should take Rivera, work on Tomas's bat a little bit. He can come to my house. I got a cage in my garage. We'll go all day. Me and Tomas Nito will work on his bat. And, we just got to get some strength behind the catcher. And then I think the Mets are going to be in the World Series. But if the Mets don't make the playoffs, I really want it to be the Bombers versus the Dodgers. That would be a great series.
I'm going to the Mets-Dodgers next Saturday.
Can you got an extra ticket for me?
If something gets screwed up, yeah. I got sweet tickets.
Oh.
Sweet.
Through your wife's
my wife.
outfit.
That's right.
All right, I'm going. I'm crashing. Anything else in labor news real quick? No? I mean, we got through the entire agenda.
Yep.
Did the best we could. If you want to punch me in the face, I will be at the New York City Labor Day Parade this Saturday. Wherever that is. Where? Fifth Avenue. Fifth Avenue. I'll be wearing a hat, UCOMM shirt, and shorts. The staff will be in grayish shirts.
You're going to need a raincoat.
It's going to rain. If it rains, I might not go, but unless I'm told by the
unionist.
Yeah, unless the client's like, you better fucking go because we're all going. I'm like, shit.
Perry's going.
Perry's going?
Yep.
I'm going to march in the parade. Where are you going to be? But I'm stepping off at 10 a.m.
He might punch you in the face on Saturday.
Perry's got meat hooks. I wouldn't fuck with him. I'm fucking with him now because we're this far, you know? But I wish I had a Perry dunk.
Hello, Miss Lady.
There we go. Closest one I got. But I'll be there this Saturday. Let's talk about the historic significance before we go. We have like 2 minutes. And as soon as I'm done with this, James, we're going to close out. The Haymarket riots at the turn of the century, it was the turning point for the American Union movement. What happened was a bunch of, I believe they were coal miners or some bullshit like that. They were being worked to death, low wages, horrible working conditions. And the only thing that the workers of the United States wanted at the time was an 8-hour workday and I believe to keep kids, I think the 8-hour workday, the 40-hour work week was our first fight. And they struck And Governor Grover fucking asshole Cleveland sent his Trumpers of the time with guns to go and kill them. They called them then the National Guard. Sound familiar, huh, about what's going on in this country with Trump sending troops at workers in factories and having them pulled out? We may call them ICE. They called them National Guard back then. There's no difference happening now what happened then. So they sent them in and they murdered and killed about, I don't know, like 20 some odd people. And it was awful and horrific. So the union movement got smart and started organizing in urban centers across the nation and started beating up cops. Let's start beating up cops because they do the bidding of the bad guys. Back then, that's the way it was. Wow. Depending on who you ask, have things changed or not? Of course they have. There's a system of checks. Pinkertons don't really exist anymore. But Pinkertons were off-duty cops who then were sent to go and kill unionists like me. I bet you a lot of you wish some of that was still happening today. So after the Haymarket riots, the union started organizing in cities across the nation. And Grover, to keep him quiet, President Cleveland, like, I'm going to give you fuckers a parade. Let me keep you quiet. Here's a parade. So we had our first parade in New York City, and it was something like millions of people went. And the year after that, signed into law, was the 40-hour work week and the 8-hour work day, and everyone in Haymarket got a raise. So that is history, and that's what happened. And then this history continues to this day. So I'm marching this Saturday with my family and my friends, my clients, to pay homage to those Haymarket people who died. If they didn't die, I'd probably be working at Walmart right now, pointing you to the cigarettes.
Damn.
But because of the people like that and the many who followed after, A. Phil Brandoff and Martin Luther King and Susan B. Anthony and Cesar Chavez and Rich Trumka. We continue the tradition today, so get out there, get militant. Let's go flip some cop cars this Saturday in New York City. All right, that's it. We're done. Come on, that's it. Good enough show. Good fucking enough. Fly like a cheese head. 8:30 tonight.
Everybody watching the Yankee game.
So hey, remember, I can't. You want me to do the closing right now, James, with this?
Yes.
The only crime you can commit is the crime of doing nothing. So get off your fat ass and do something. This is on UCOMM Live with me, Chris LaGrange. News, talk, sports, and workforce politics. Fastest growing podcast on and around the internet. Thanks for stopping by, San Diego. Fuck you, Chicago. Go Pack Go.
Lions Bears, they be acting like they won. They be acting like they won. Acting like they won. What? We'll see who's laughing because the pack is number one.
We on the frozen tundra, like a blizzard. Opponents going under. We cracking Miller from Lombardi.